Hello there. All right, I tried to do that like 10 times, so just gonna go with it. What is up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing super well. This is not like a entertaining video or anything like that, but I have my computer to the left of me right here, and I was kind of just looking at some of the previous videos I've made, and it really hit me. I was like, whoa, about a year ago, a little bit over a year ago, 13 months now, I had my L5-S1 microdiscectomy. So for those of you that are watching this video, you know what that is, but basically they went into my back and they cut a little piece of the nerve that was being pinched by my two discs out. And at the time, you know, prior to surgery, I had a good amount of pain in like my lower back, butt, hamstring area on my right side. And then, you know, I had kind of exhausted all my options, and I've talked about these on previous videos, but just to kind of reiterate, acupuncture, chiropractic care, physical therapy, steroid injections, e-stim. I'm probably missing some. They tried to like change my diet around. They, what are the NSAIDs, like the anti-inflammatory like steroids or whatever, all of that I tried to kind of ease this pain in my L5-S1 area. And after doing that and nothing helped, it was just like the only other option was really surgery. So after consulting with like two surgeons, we were like, let's do it. Let's just pull the trigger. It's just so weird now because this is like a year later, but it was a month before my 22nd birthday. So I had this like disc pain for 2 to 3 years, and I will link those videos to the previous, because I believe I did one about 2 weeks after surgery and about 3 months after surgery, but I definitely wanted to do a year follow-up because I'm going on like such a tangent, but I have never made like a piece of content or any sort of video or photo that has literally impacted people in the way that this video did. And I'm not saying this video like touched millions of lives or anything like that, but to this day, I still get emails or Instagram DMs about people experiencing or going through you know, this kind of disc pain that I felt, and kind of just asking about my surgery and, you know, anything that they would recommend and how was I feeling at this point. And, you know, that is awesome. Like, I know when I was thinking about surgery, I literally had, I'm trying to think exactly. When I went to see my acupuncturist, is that a word? I don't even know. But my person who did acupuncture, he was like, definitely don't do surgery. It's not going to help. When I spoke to my chiropractor, they were kind of more on the lines of like, yeah, surgery might be something that you should consider. I spoke to my spine specialist, and then she was like, you know, at this point, because we haven't seen positive results from any of these other treatments, yeah, you might want to consider surgery. And then it was like, I also saw a rheumatologist, and they were like, no, there is no way that that surgery is going to help this. So I had all these voices in my ears about do surgery, don't do surgery. And I'm kind of making this video to kind of just give a little follow-up of where I am 1 year later, 13 months to be exact. But I am so thankful I did the surgery. Like, prior to surgery, pre-op, I was experiencing this pain and this discomfort for probably close to 3 years at the time. So it wasn't crazy uncomfortable or crazy or painful, but it was to the point where like I couldn't sit down for that long. When I would sleep, I had to sleep in certain positions, and I was like, I remember so vividly, I was driving my car and I was like having to stretch my leg just to kind of alleviate some of the tension in between like my gas pedal and my brake pedal. And I was just like, this is terrible. And the way that my surgeon had described it to me, he was like, all right, so, you know, we're having surgery, a minimally invasive microdiscectomy in the L5-S1. Worst case scenario, this is not like a super serious surgery. I know when people think like back surgery, you know, that alone is kind of scary, like back surgery. And especially me being 21 at the time, I was like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna have to have back surgery. But my surgeon, I'm super grateful to have worked with him, and he had made the process just made me feel super comfortable throughout all of that. But the way he described it to me was like, okay, you know, if we have surgery and you don't experience positive results, okay, we know to kind of go from there. Again, the surgery isn't like life-threatening or, you know, going to cause a lot of effects in your life down the road. So when he had kind of put that perspective into my head, I was like, all right, well, I've already done all these other things. I'm gonna be honest, some of them were probably worse. Like, I think I had 5 or 6 like steroid injections. I'm talking like epidurals, like what people get when they're pregnant. I had like 5 or 6 of those, and yeah, it was a little like immediate relief, but then 3 weeks later, this pain crept back. But I just wanted to make this video primarily to say I'm 13 months out and I have never felt better. I play basketball every day. I go to the gym every other day, you know, trying to at least, but my lifestyle is not at all affected like what it was kind of before surgery. So my biggest takeaway, and of course this is just my, you know, experience, I wish I would have done surgery sooner, because I'm really happy we did kind of exhaust all of our options, but like, man, dealing with insurance and anything in like the medical field took forever. So there were times when like I had to go through 6 weeks of this just super generalized physical therapy for my insurance to even clear getting an MRI. And I had like multiple MRIs and it was just, oh my Lord. But yeah, you know, I had extremely good results from, you know, this microdiscectomy, and, you know, I would love to provide any value or be of any help to anyone kind of going through a similar procedure, or, you know, is dealing with the herniated disc or bulging disc, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, I did just want to make this video as sort of a follow-up, because kind of looking at my laptop over here, I have like 3 or 4 other videos on my channel kind of talking about that experience. So I thought, what a better way to top it off with like a year later. And that's so crazy to me, because I remember when I was talking to the surgeon, he was like, yeah, you're probably gonna have about 3 months of not doing much, kind of just hanging out, taking it super easy, not lifting more than like 10, 15 pounds. And at the time I was like, there's no way I can do that. Like, I'm not gonna last that long with, you know, out living my normal life. And like, don't blink, guys. It's literally 13 months later, and I cannot believe that. But like, I'm looking at my channel right now, and I did a 5-week post-op. I did a 2-week post-op, a 5-week post-op, 8-week post-op, and then a 10-month post-op. So I should have been more on top of it and done like, I don't know, 3 months, 6 months, and then like the year, but I did one at 10 months, and I definitely feel better now, 13 months out, than I did at 10 months out. And the way that my surgeon had described it to me was that, like, you know, it could take up to a year plus, like a year to 2 years, for you to continue to see, you know, better results. And the way that he made sense to me was like, you have this pinched nerve for 2 to 3 years. To think that it is going to be immediately relieved when we go in and kind of, you know, cut out whatever the disc or the nerve, I apologize, is just doesn't make sense. So I finished my physical therapy at about the 6 months mark, and that was really when I kind of started to like exponentially get better, I would say. But like at month 13, I think I feel better than I did at month 10. So perhaps I will notice some even better results in the future, but like, I don't even think about it anymore. And you know, I don't want to give anyone false hope by making this video, but like, I'm just speaking on behalf of my experience, and I wish I would have had surgery earlier. Like I had kind of mentioned, my life is extremely normal. I don't notice any of that discomfort or, you know, trouble doing any of those daily tasks that I once did kind of pre-surgery. But yeah, I definitely wanted to make this follow-up video, and you know, like I have already mentioned, and I did in those previous videos, you know, I will leave my email in the description below, and of course, if anyone wants to message me on like Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, you know, I'm always happy to communicate and you know, just help in any way, shape, or form I can, because you know, for some people it's going to be different. When pre-surgery, I loved acupuncture and I swore by it. The only time I noticed any like positive results was acupuncture. And then people swear by chiropractic care, but I'm going to be honest, I think that made like my lower back hurt more. So you know, I'm happy to speak on my experience and help in any way I can, but I just wanted to make a little update video. Anyone who is considering getting a microdiscectomy, you know, I'm not like a doctor by any means, but I would recommend consulting with a surgeon. And don't take this like I'm not a surgeon. I have no medical background or anything like that, but I can't speak from personal experience. So, you know, I'm just gonna put this video out there, and if it can help or provide any value to any of you guys. I know when I was watching YouTube videos pre-surgery, there was like nothing, especially for people my age and like L5, S1. So that's really what also kind of sparked me to make these videos. But please reach out to me. I will leave my contact information down in the description below, or just message me on Instagram. But nonetheless, guys, I hope you all are well. I hope you guys get better. I hope you guys get through whatever, you know, microdiscectomy experience you're going through, or any herniated bulging disc that you may have in the future, or if you're thinking about surgery, any of that. This has really put into perspective for myself that like health is number one for sure. And yeah, it definitely made me realize that. But I think that'll do it for this video. Maybe I'll make like a 2-year post-op, I don't know. But yeah, I just have I'm in my little office setup right now, so that's gonna cap it off. Hope you guys are super well. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace! You already know, in the spinny chair.